Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Students, I get a lot of people to join. Let's wait for 5 more minutes. Let everybody join and we'll start with discussing the answers, the homework and the class.
ఎక్కడో చూసాను రా
You call it like your phone.
ఎక్కడో చూసాను నీ రైటింగ్ కూడా చూసాను దాంట్లో
All right, class. I'll just start checking your homeworks. Kritvik has done his work. Meghna has done the homework. Okay, and there are more yet to join. So Kritvik, you could have scored full marks and you lost 1 mark due to carelessness. Did you see what the error was?
Yes, ma'am. The base of the agriculture is actual soil.
That's the base of the chapter itself. Talking agriculture. You couldn't have, you could have scored well in that. So that 1 mark, you could have got full centum, so you lost mark for that. And Meghna, are you satisfied with your mark?
No, ma'am.
Scored only 8, which is not bad. Good try. So the mistake that you did was the definition of diffusion. I stressed upon this because I wanted you all to be aware that I'm definitely asking this in the test. So you lost mark by clicking the wrong option. So diffusion is moving of molecules from high concentration to low concentration without energy.
Ma'am, you told that moving low concentration to high concentration, no, ma'am?
No, it's from high concentration to low concentration.
Ma'am, I have noted down in notebook also.
1 minute. Just for your clarification, I'll just share the screen. Just give me 1 minute. I'm having difficulty sharing the screen. My screen visible?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Just give me 1 minute. Now is it visible?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, it's not visible now also. Okay, anyways, I'll try rejoining again. So what answer did you write, Meghna?
Ma'am, the one which you gave in notebook, ma'am.
I gave low to high, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But you have clicked high to low.
No, ma'am, I kept low to high only.
No, you've clicked the wrong option. I'll share your answer. Wait. Is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See, you have clicked the wrong option. You have clicked high to low. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Low to high is the correct answer. So you lost mark for that. And another mistake that you did is horizontal. It's actually vertical. Otherwise, I've given you mark for last horizon and all. So these two, you have lost mark and you have got 8. And Likita is a new student. Okay. You didn't attend the test, no, Sanvi?
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. All right, let's get back to the lesson. And also, Sanvi, why you didn't send me the homework?
Ma'am, what homework? Oh,
I gave no homework.
yes, ma'am. I did I wrote the homework and I lost my notebook.
That's my fault or your fault?
My fault.
Should try to find it and try to send me. I need it. Okay.
Okay, ma'am, I'll send it today.
Yeah. Okay. நாளைக்கு மார்னிங் கிளாஸ் இருக்கு ஸோ போய் தான் அவன் கார் எடுத்துட்டு போறேன் செலவு இவ்வளோ ஆட்டோ கிடைக்காம தேடி வந்தோமே சாயங்காலம்
ஷேர் ஆட்டோல வந்து பழகணும்னா ஷேர் ஆட்டோல ஏறி பழகு சொந்த இருக்க முடியாது கொஞ்சம் பண்ணாம சரி பண்ணாலும்
Okay. So you all are clear with what cellular respiration is? I already taught you all in last class. Now we're going to take a new topic called as the aerobic and the anaerobic respiration. Okay, can anybody tell me what aerobic is, meaning and anaerobic is? Kritvik.
Mm, ma'am, aerobic means I think I didn't heard the term, ma'am, in school.
Not necessary, it should be right. You can try, not an issue.
Ma'am, is it like present in the body or some process?
It is okay. I'll give you a clue. It is something related to air. That's why it's called aerobic. Now tell me.
Uh,
Okay, I'll
ma'am,
give you I'll give you a clue. We are aerobic animals.
ma'am, I didn't hear it.
We are aerobic animals.
We are aerobic. Ma'am, like is like the oxygen we breathe is aerobic, like that?
Exactly, right. Good try. So, a type of respiration in which organisms use oxygen for the burning of the food inside is called aerobic respiration. So, oxygen used for respiration and burning of food is called aerobic respiration. Whereas respiration in a cell in the absence of oxygen. So all this is happening in the cell, okay? So respiration this both is happening in the cell. It's called aerobic, it's called anaerobic respiration. So how do we breathe? So you know, in order to breathe, we need different organs in our body. That is, these different things are called the components of the what system is the system that we breathe called? The one system that is responsible for digestion is digestive system. The system responsible for breathing is
Ma'am, lungs.
no, it is the name of a system. What is the name of the system, not the organ?
Ma'am, nasal.
Sorry?
Ma'am, NASA.
Nasal. No, it is nasal cavity. Now you have in digestive system, you have stomach, you have mouth, you have teeth, you have tongue, you have a foot pipe. So then you have all the intestine, then you have the anus. So all this is the digestive system, right? So like this, we have our nose, we have our lungs, we have the nasal cavity. So all this is what system?
Ma'am, respiratory system.
Respiratory system. Okay. So the respiratory system of the humans, they have different parts. That is, first you will have the nasal chamber. Where is the nasal chamber located?
Nose, ma'am.
The nose. This is only the nasal chamber. Then you know from here, it's connected to a pipe. This pipe is called the
Ma'am, trachea, windpipe.
Windpipe. Or what is the other word?
Ma'am, trachea.
Trachea. Okay, trachea is somewhere down. Okay, so like starting, it's called the pharynx. Okay, you have the pharynx because you can breathe through your mouth also. Okay, then you have the larynx, then you have the trachea. The trachea is this part, no, where the lungs are attached to like this. So here comes the trachea. Okay, 1 minute, guys. So you will have the pipe over here. Then the pipe goes on down until it divides into two parts, one for each lung. Okay, and then you will have small sacs. What are these sacs called?
Ma'am, alveoli.
What is it called?
Ma'am, alveoli.
Alveoli. Very good. Okay, and here you will have small ribs over here. Okay, so this is the nasal cavity of the nasal chamber. Okay, and this hole is the nostril. The chamber is this portion. Basically, chamber means what? Something that looks like a cave, right? So inside only is the chamber. The hole is called a nostril. You should know the differentiation, okay? You know that the mouth is called the oral cavity. Now this portion, okay? This portion is only the pharynx. Okay, so first it starts with the nasal chamber. It's very important. That's why I'm going very slow. Okay, let's name it only pharynx. Let's not confuse with windpipe. Okay, so right after the nasal chamber, you have the pharynx. Now this, you have a region with all this spiral bindings around it. That is called the trachea. The trachea only splits into two. All right. Just above the trachea, that is here, the starting region, that is below the pharynx. Only you have the larynx. So larynx is actually your throat. Throat is where the larynx is. Above the throat only is pharynx. Okay. Now try to touch, just put your tongue back. You can feel a small, like this glottis. You will find a small, what do you say, extension in your mouth. Have you all seen it?
Yes.
Yeah, you can feel it. So that part where you can feel only, it's the pharynx. Okay. So below that is your throat, where you can, if you have sour throat and all, you can feel it. Okay. That is only the larynx. All right. So it is splitting into two. So what are these two splits called? That is a trachea splitting into two. Those two splits are called bronchus. This is called left bronchus. This is called right bronchus. Okay, it's called bronchus or bronchi, you can say. Okay. Then you have the alveoli, that is inside. So it is not a separate organ. Inside the lung only it will come. So sixth one, obviously it is the lungs. Just below this, you know that when you breathe, your stomach, you take in air, the stomach is getting in all the air. When you exhale, your stomach is relaxing. So that relaxing up and down motion of breathing is controlled by a muscle that is below the lungs. It's exactly like this shape. Looks like a slightly bent muscle. This slightly bent muscle is called as the diaphragm. I'm writing it down. It's called diaphragm. G is silent. So these are the 7 important parts of a respiratory system, starting from the nasal chamber to the pharynx, to the larynx, to the trachea, to the bronchi, to the lungs, and the diaphragm. Am I clear?
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes, da.
Ma'am, what happens when wind goes into the esophagus?
It doesn't matter because it is not necessary that we have a separate two pipe just to differentiate the respiratory system and the digestive system, because the food cannot enter the nasal chamber, right? So it doesn't matter, even because you know that air is everywhere. Air is there everywhere in your body. So this is the pathway, that is it. So in the food pipe, it is not that air will not pass through. Air is there in the food pipe also. So nothing will happen when air enters it. Okay, but if the food enters the windpipe, then you will choke.
Ma'am, because food is solid and air is
Yeah,
solid.
exactly. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please make note of it, all of you. Please ask me any doubts. Tell me when you're done. Yeah,
I have a doubt, ma'am.
yeah, tell me. Ra.
Ma'am, the 7th one, diaphragm, is it a muscle or a bone, ma'am?
The muscle. Da.
Yeah, okay.
Ma'am, Prithvik done. Ma'am, Likita done.
Okay. All of you are done? Anybody left? Okay, go to the next part. So after the components of respiratory tract, we have the whole process of respiration that actually occurs in human beings. So respiration in humans, you know that it starts with the breathing of air through the nose. So first, air enters your nose, right? And then from the nose, leading to oxygen being transferred into the blood. And then that bloodstream, this is done with the help of one medium organ, that is your lung. And then to the bloodstream. So this oxygen is delivered to all the cell. It includes all the cells. Why does it reach all the cells? It will help them to burn the glucose. Why we need to burn the glucose? To generate
Energy.
energy. This is the general process of respiration. So this is how generally we respire in humans. Same respiration process in other organisms. Let's check. So the other organisms, respiration, it is carried out by other special organs. So each organism have different organs to respire. So frogs and earthworm, what part do they use to breathe? They use what do they use? No idea. Earthworm through their
Skin, ma'am.
skin. Very good. And fishes?
Ma'am, gills.
Gills, ma'am.
Insects? They have special organs called as spiracles. So, or spiracles. You can pronounce it both the ways. So spiracles is what's used by the insects to breathe. I'll show you what spiracles look like. You can see these gaps on their skins, you know, these lines. So these each line, each segment has a small hole in the end. You know this there in cockroach and all. These all spiracles. See, all these spiracles. Grasshopper, many other insects have spiracles. Okay, 1 minute, guys. Kenzie, follow. Sorry, guys. Okay, so these are the special organs that is used by different organisms to breathe. Okay, so apart from animals, we have obviously another living organism, that is the what? Living organisms are usually animals and
Plants, ma'am.
plants. So respiration in plants or gaseous exchange in plants is what we're going to see. So gaseous exchange in plants, it occurs through their what part? Plants breathe through their
Stomata.
stomata. So this stomata is located exactly under the leaves. Okay, and they also breathe through their root hairs. So root hair also helps in the breathing. So woody stem of a plant, they have lenticles. Okay, so lenticles I'll show, that is also used for respiration. Then you see these, you must have noticed all this in plants, normally in hill stations and all. Small patches. So they basically like stomatal pores only. So they are called lenticles or lenticels. Okay, so these are the three important parts of a plant that exchanges gases. Okay, please make note. This is your homework, and I want this at least to be half a page answer, not just this flow chart. I want you to write in words each step by step. Air goes through nose, it reaches the larynx, the pharynx. Every step should be explained in detail.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Ma'am, frogs also have lungs, no ma'am? Why can't they breathe through lungs? Why
Who has
only
lungs?
frogs also they have lungs, no ma'am?
Frogs have lungs. They do have lungs, but they don't have a pathway like we have. We have no nicely, we have nose, we have food, we have the windpipe. So it's not directly going to the lungs. No, for us, we have so much of procedures and pathways, and finally only it reaches the lungs. So they don't have a pathway like that. So they breathe through their skin, and from the skin it goes to the lungs only. We don't breathe with the lungs, we breathe with our nose. It's not that they don't have lungs. They have lungs. We breathe through our nose. They breathe through their skin. That's the only difference.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I cannot done.
Okay.
Ma'am, Kritrika.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Ma'am, like when frogs are tadpoles, do they breathe with gills? And when they become frogs, do they breathe with their lungs?
Okay. So most of the oxygen, it's like the oxygen that they, that we are able to breathe both through our nose and our mouth. You know that, right? So sometimes more than what do we say? Around 45% of the air of the tadpoles are breathed through their skin. Okay. So you know that tadpoles, they have gills same like fishes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so tadpoles, when they have gills like fishes, they use gills to breathe. And once they grow only, their lungs will start, it starts getting developed. And then they use their skin, which then reaches the lungs.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so when they are a baby, they don't have lungs. Okay.
Ma'am, in the homework, what is after detail?
Explain in detail the process of respiration in humans.
Nikita, done right.
Okay. Okay, I think everything is done. Right. Okay, anybody left? All right. Fine. Let's go to a little bit of question answering to see how much you have understood from the lesson. So, Kritvik, what is respiration?
Ma'am, the burning down of food by air.
Sorry?
Ma'am, burning of glucose, ma'am.
By the?
Ma'am, by the oxygen.
By the cell. Okay. Anubhav, what is the meaning of diffusion?
Diffusion is the movement of molecules from an area of low concentration to an area of high concentration without any apply of energy.
Okay. Meghna, can you tell me if Anubhav's answer is correct?
Yes, ma'am. It is correct.
It is correct. You're sure?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Kritvik, is Anubhav's answer correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So Anubhav said it is the movement of molecules from. Did you say high concentration or low concentration, Anubhav?
From low concentration.
Okay, fine. Meghna, tell me, you know that the trachea splits into two parts. What is each part called?
Ma'am, bronchia.
Bronchi or bronchia. Okay, good. Fine. Sanvi, what is anaerobic respiration?
What, ma'am?
Anaerobic respiration.
Anaerobic respiration
Hmm.
means
Yeah, Sanvi. Sanvi, I'm waiting for your answer. Are you concentrating in class? It's a very simple question.
ma'am, anaerobic respiration means using an electron
Using an
acceptor.
Are you using the internet?
What, ma'am?
Are you using the internet?
No, ma'am.
Then what are you answering? I didn't even mention any word like that. Kritvik, help her out.
Ma'am, in the present, ma'am, respiration in the presence of oxygen, ma'am.
Anaerobic.
Ma'am, anaerobic respiration without any absence of oxygen.
In the absence of oxygen, the cell is respiring. It is
Yes,
called
ma'am.
anaerobic. Got it, Sanvi?
Yes, ma'am.
Concentrate in class. Okay, another question for you, Sanvi.
Yes, ma'am.
Which part comes first, the pharynx or the larynx?
Ma'am, the pharynx.
Okay. Hmm. Okay, Sanvi, tell me the difference between respiration and breathing.
Ma'am, the difference of respiration and breathing is that the food gets burnt, Ma'am, respiration means like exchange of gases.
Okay, so it has nothing to do with burning of food.
No.
Okay, then what is breathing?
Breathing is like taking in oxygen and exhaling out carbon dioxide.
Okay, Meghna, there's one mistake that she did. What is it?
Can you repeat, ma'am?
There's one mistake that she did in her answer. What is it?
Ma'am, she is telling that respiration and breathing the same definitions, ma'am.
Okay, so what point did she miss?
Ma'am, in the respiration, the burning of food, it takes place, ma'am.
In order to give
Energy, ma'am.
energy. That point you didn't tell Sanvi. Got it? So you told me that it has nothing to do with the burning of food. Respiration is only burning of food. That is the exact definition. Okay, it's not the exchange of gases. Exchange of gases is correct. But you should also add this point. Okay.
Okay.
All right. What is the part of an insect that is used for breathing, Kritvik?
Ma'am, spiracles.
Spiracups. Very good. Okay. And what are the parts of the plant that is used for gaseous exchange?
Ma'am, stomata,
Mhm.
root hair, and lenticels.
Lenticels. Very good. Okay. Mm. Right. This will be your next week's. This chapter 4 will be there for your next week test. Okay. So please study it thoroughly. And also, I'm giving you some extra information. Like this, all you can guess the answers. And also note down the correct answer. Meghna, how much do you think is the average breathing rate of a human? Like average, how many times a human breathes in like 1 minute?
Ma'am, like 34 times.
34. Okay. What about you, Kritvik?
Ma'am, I'm thinking about 30.
30. Okay. Sanvi?
Ma'am, I'm thinking of 31.
31. Okay. So the correct answer is 15 to 18 times. Okay, please make note of it. So average human being breathes around 15 to 18 times per minute. Okay, it's not 30 and all. A normal relaxed breathing is 15 to 18 times. But when you're running, then maybe it can be 30. Okay, when you are breathing out heavily, then it will be 30. Okay, another question for you, Sanvi. The food is broken down in order to give you energy. This energy is stored in the form of dash currency.
Ma'am, fats.
It's stored as fat currency, is it? Okay. Meghna, is her answer correct?
Ma'am, can you repeat the question again?
Once the energy is released by burning of food by the cell, this energy is stored in the form of an energy currency. What is this energy currency of our body?
Ma'am, I think so. She is correct.
It is fat. Is it?
I think so, ma'am.
Okay. Kritvik,
Ma'am, it's ATP, ma'am. Adrenaline trophy.
ATP. Fat is not the energy currency of our body. Even if we don't have fat, energy is being produced in our body. This is a currency that is being followed by our body. That is ATP. Okay, please remember this. I might ask you in the next test, Meghna and Sanvi. ATP, the full form is adenosine triphosphate. Okay, very good, Kritik. Okay. Sanvi, breathing rate during physical exercise increases or decreases?
Decreases.
Decreases. Meghna, is it correct?
Ma'am,
Amma, you want me to repeat the question?
no, ma'am. I
It's a very
think,
simple, common sense question. It is very simple.
yeah, ma'am.
Yeah means it increases or decreases?
It decreases, ma'am.
It decreases. So your breathing rate decreases during your physical exercise, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Kritvik,
Ma'am, I think it's increases.
it increases. Okay. Meghna, tell me, why do you think it is decreases?
Ma'am, when we take in breathe, we take it little bit faster. When we exhale it, we'll exhale it slowly, no, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Anubhav, I'm so sorry. The camera is not on, so I'm not even able to recognize you in the class. Please turn your camera on. Anubhav, answer this question. Doing physical exercises increases your heart rate or decreases your heart rate?
Ma'am, physical exercise.
Yes,
Ma'am, increases the heart rate.
increases the heart rate. This is a very general, simple question. I don't know why you all told decreases. It increases your heart rate. Physical exercise can be anything. You're going to jump, you're going to run, you're doing anything physically. You're using all your energy, right? So the more energy you use, the more is your breathing rate. So obviously it increases. It's a very simple question. I don't know why Meghna and Sammy told it decreases. So breathing rate increases always when you do your physical exercise. Okay, this is a question that you might not know. Okay, but you can note down the answer. So when lactic acid is accumulated in your muscles, so when you do vigorous exercise, when you exercise vigorously, the component that actually adds on to your muscles or molecules is lactic acid. Note it down. With excessive exercise, lactic acid is accumulated in your muscles? So I can ask you, which molecule is accumulated in the muscle as a result of vigorous exercise? You should write it's lactic acid. So lactic acid is accumulated as a result of vigorous exercise. Please note it down. I can ask this in the test.
Ma'am, can you repeat it?
Lactic acid can be accumulated in your muscle. Lactic acid can be accumulated in your muscles as a result of vigorous exercise.
Okay, ma'am, thank you.
How many times do you inhale and exhale in one single breath? Anubhav.
Ma'am, I think 5 to 6 times.
In one breath, just one breath, how many times will you inhale and exhale?
Ma'am, 2 times.
2 times you'll inhale, 2 times you'll exhale. Is it?
No, it's 1 time, 1 time. Ma'am.
So 1 time you'll inhale, 1 time you'll exhale.
Yes, ma'am. And one
Okay. Okay, that is one breath. Okay, Kritvik, your answer?
Ma'am, same, ma'am. One time we inhale and one time we exhale.
Okay, Sanvi.
Ma'am, same answer.
Okay, Meghna.
Ma'am, the same answer.
Okay, so the number of times a person breathes in one breath is 1 time. So 1 inhalation, 1 exhalation. Okay. Okay. Sanvi,
Yes, ma'am.
I'll give you 4 options. From those 4 options, tell me in which of the activity it is characterized by minimum breathing rate.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Option A, dancing. Option B, walking. Option C, sleeping. Option D, washing clothes.
Ma'am, breathing rate?
Breathing rate is minimum at which of the activity? Option A, dancing. Option B, walking. Option C, cleaning. Option D, sleeping.
Ma'am, sleeping?
Sleeping. Okay. Meghna,
Ma'am, sleeping.
sleeping. Anubhav.
Ma'am, it's sleeping.
Okay. Kritvik,
Ma'am, same, ma'am.
why is it sleeping? Can anybody give me an explanation?
Ma'am, because you're not doing any physical activity or using your energy.
Exactly. So that is the most relaxed state of your body. Okay. Lime water turns milky when your exhaled air is expelled in the test tube. This is because of the presence of what air, Anubhav?
Ma'am, is it carbon dioxide?
Carbon dioxide. Okay. Meghna?
Ma'am, I don't know, ma'am.
Okay. Kritik?
Ma'am, carbon dioxide.
Okay, fine. It's carbon dioxide, obviously. We breathe out carbon dioxide. Okay. Sanvi, again, I'll give you 4 options. Among those 4 options, tell me which organism uses spiracle as the respiratory organ. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Option A, plants. Option B, cockroach. Option C, earthworm. Option D, birds.
Ma'am, cockroach.
Cockroach, because it is an insect. Okay, very good. Okay, that's it for today, guys. Okay, I'll keep all the questions that I asked you all in mind because I can repeat this for your tests also. Okay, and I want all of your homeworks done and sent to me on WhatsApp. All right. And Sanvi, I want you to send me the homework which you didn't send also, along with it. Okay, thank you, class. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Okay, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Bye. Bye.